2 days out of the week, sometimes 3. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. But I have to admit, these days, Wednesdays and Thursdays, when I get up at the crack of dawn to teach these classes, they're always my favorite days, my best days. And that's because I get to start my day doing the thing that I love the most. So thank you guys for showing up, for doing whatever you had to do to make it here this morning, because I'm really grateful to see you all. We're going to have a great class today. So let's get started in child's pose. Take your knees out wide. Draw your fingertips up to the head of the mat. Take a full breath in and sigh it out on your exhale. Just start to move your breath. Inhale, sigh on your exhale. Breathe in. Let all that air go. Start to find your ujjayi breath now, really articulating the breath that you started with. With a deep breath in, pause at the top. Exhale all that air back out. Pause at the bottom. Keep working with this cycle. Your ujjayi breath is something that we'll come back to throughout the practice, so it's worthy of setting up now. It's something that you'll use to help sustain you in every single pose. It really is the foundation of the whole practice. On your next breath in, come to downward facing dog. Now, I know it's early in the morning, so oftentimes your body's got a little bit of extra feedback for you in these morning's classes. Take the movements that you need to. Stretch out your legs, stretch out your side body. On your inhale, come high on your tippy toes. And on your exhale, drop both heels over to the right side. And there you go. So you can stretch out your whole side body this way. Nice job. Breathe in. Let's come back up and over to the other side. Good stuff. Come through to center. Walk your feet all the way up to the head of your mat. Halfway lift. Inhale with a long, flat spine. On your exhale, fold down. Let your head hang. Maybe sway from right to left. Again, it's the morning. You got to wake up every single piece of your body to get it ready to roll, ready to flow for the rest of class. Press your heels down. Roll the whole way up to standing and reach up through your fingertips. Bring your hands down to heart center. So we'll kick off class this morning, 3 ohms. Take a breath in. Breathe in, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Breathe out, chaturanga. Exhale the whole way down. Breathe in, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. One more time. In and up on your tippy toes. Out, bend your knees, hop on empty. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold. Take extended mountain. Look to the ceiling. Fold on your exhale. This time, grab your block. Bring it right between your knees. Halfway lift, breathe in. Chaturanga, keep that block. Yep, upward facing dog on your inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Stick with the block, you guys. We're learning all about core strength today. 2 breaths here. You're really going to have to hug into that block to keep it. On your inhale, come high on your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees, hop. Halfway lift, good job. Forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain, reach up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, belly up and in. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog on your inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. 2 breaths here. Start hugging your front ribs into center line to really concentrate those core muscles. Here you go. 1 more breath. In and out. Move, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Lift all 10 toes up. Fold on your exhale. Half lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Down dog, exhale. 2 breaths here. Start to cultivate tapas, heat in your body with an inhale. Exhale, bend, jump. Halfway lift, forward fold. Extended mountain, go up and back. Fold on your exhale. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Last one. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Now on this jump, I want you to land as softly as you can. So here you go. Prep for it. Inhale, high on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Jump soft. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Lift all 10 toes up. Oh, you can keep the block. Fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, grab your block with a hand. Right side, warrior 1. The block's gonna come up. Chaturanga, exhale, block and hands back down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior 1. Bring the block with you. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. You can replace that block now right between your legs. Good stuff. Stick with 2 breaths here. Oh yeah, you got it. Bring the block back. Good stuff. Okay, last breath. Take an inhale. Exhale. Move, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Hug your knees in. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Breathe in. Down dog. Grab the block. Right side. Warrior 1. Inhale. Hands and blocks go up. Exhale. Palms to the mat. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, left side, warrior 1. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to the mat. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Bring those blocks back right between your legs. Reset the whole pose here. Get your body ready for the next flow of Sun B. Take an inhale, high on the tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees and hop. Halfway lift, fold, chair, fold, half lift, chaturanga, up dog, down dog, grab block, right side, warrior 1, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left side, warrior 1. You can bring the block with you. Look at it between your hands. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Sigh it out. One more time with your inhale. Sigh on the exhale. Move, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose, sit low, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. That's it. Pull your hands backwards, chaturanga. Up dog, down dog, left side. Last one. Get low in the lunge. Chaturanga. Good job. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Nice. Take a breath here. Let it go. Reach your right leg up into the air. Bend your top knee, open your hip, flip dog. This is the first pose where we stop breathing. So instead, anchor into that breath. Use it to help sustain the pose. On your exhales, press down through your heels. Inhale, lift up and out through that right hand. Over as far as you can go. That's it. So right here, Angela, as you're pressing out, scooch that shoulder under. Oh, that's it. Good stuff, girlfriend. Stay for a breath. Come back over. High plank. Over into side plank. Eyes up to your top hand. Now really press that palm straight up to the ceiling. Think about getting light, bringing the quality of air into the pose. See if you can lift that top leg just for this last breath. Deep breath in, hands to the mat. Upward facing dog. Into down dog. Bring your left leg up into the air. Bend your knee. Open your hip. Flip dog. Bring it right over. That's it. Look for the space for new opportunity. And if you've really got this, reach out to the left side. Maybe wheel is even available for you. Look to open up your left shoulder like you're twisting your chest open towards the ceiling. Yeah, you can even try on a cactus arm where you bend your elbow. Stay, that's it. Good job, Nanette. One last breath here. Back over, high plank. Bring your blocks, side plank. Block into your top hand this time. I got you, Angela. Now I want you to put that drishti, your gaze onto the block. Focus on pressing your block up as high as it can go. Really just reaching up through your top hand until you can get a stretch the whole way across your chest. Last breath, breathe in, hands down. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. That's it. You can take a sigh here if you need one. Right side crescent lunge. So I started working on this in some classes earlier. Let's not go for the block this time. What I want you to do is interlace your fingertips right behind your back. You're going to get really low in this lunge so that you can press your fingertips down and start to look up and backwards with your drishti. You're going to get this little back bend going. And if you want to know a cool trick about this pose, the lower you get in the lunge, the bigger the space for the back bend. That's it. Good job, Kathy. I see you pressing it to the edge here. Everybody, nice job. Stay. Inhale, rise up. Bring your hands to heart center, and we'll twist to the right. That's it. 3 breaths here. Breathe with your yogi neighbors. For my friends at home, that means breathe in with me. Breathe in with your cat, your dog, whatever else is around you. Stay for one more breath here. Exhale. Breathe in, rise up. Crescent lunge. Warrior 2. Come low in the lunge in your front leg. It makes all the difference for the next pose. See if you can get right down to a 90-degree angle in your front leg. Listen, you only have to do it for 1 breath. So come low, 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 extended side angle. There you go. Now reach your top palm up over the front of your mat. Get as long as you can. Look for the stretch. Power it up with your back foot pressing into the mat. Now reach through your front fingertips. That's it. Last breath here. Hands to the mat, chaturanga. upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left side crescent lunge. Interlace your fingertips behind your back. Now, before you go for the back bend, just get as low as you can here. You're gonna have to bring some softness to your back knee to really get low in your hips. Now press your fingertips down and lift up with your chest. The support for this pose is gonna come from your low belly hugging up and in. If you really want that nice, deep, big back bend, all you have to do is hug with your belly. Front ribs hug into center. That's it. You got it. Josh, you can come like 1 inch further down into that lunge. Yeah, you have it. Don't give me that face. Nice job. Now stay. Inhale, rise up, hands to heart center. Twist to the left. 3 breaths. Breathe nice and loud. Otherwise, I forget where I'm at my count. So 1, 2. Here you go. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Rise up. Breathe in. Crescent lunge. Warrior 2. 90 degrees in the front leg. Can you get down that low into your lunge for just 1 second? Extended side angle. I really believe in moving out of Warrior 2 ASAP. So reach that top hand up over the front of your mat. Now start to get some lightness on your bottom hand. See if you can depend on it a little bit less for the stability of the pose and instead use your core to create the lift up in your upper body. That's it. Nice job. Final breath here. Exhale, hands down. Upward facing dog. Breathe in. Down dog. Exhale. Take a breath in and out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Bring your blocks, chair pose. Blocks right between your legs for this one. Focus on hugging in through both thighs and then sit. So this hug into the block is going to keep your knees in line and also going to help you engage your core to support this pose. See if you've got 1 inch deeper to sit. Then bring your hands to heart center, twist to the right. Now, go for the open arms. This block is going to help provide extra stability. And what that means is that you can twist open much larger than usual, reaching high with your top hand. See if you've got that. Each exhale, ring out the twist, lift up your hand, stay 1 more time. Inhale, rise up, chair pose, fold. Remove your blocks, bring your feet out to the edges of your mat. There is something so deeply luxurious about this fold. Bring your pointer fingers around your big toes. Let your head hang. Usually at this point in my practice, I'm feeling very sweaty, a little out of breath, and then you reach this pose. And it's a moment for you to start lengthening your exhales again. It's a moment for you to take stock of your practice. You had goals for yourself coming into this practice. There's a reason why you got up at some godforsaken time to get here on your mat. Take that goal out in your mind. And then you get to make the assessment for yourself. How are you working towards that goal right now? I want you to relax with what is in your practice. However you're showing up for yourself today on your mat, that's exactly how it needs to be. Whether or not you think you're kicking butt in your poses, or if you need to find some kindness and a little bit of space to move a little bit softer in your practice. Relax with what is. Bring your blocks, chair pose, round 2. Blocks are going to come between your hands this time. Oh, I know. Big groans on that one. Come down into chair pose, block between your hands. So this hug into center, I want you to really focus on hugging your front ribs in and then hugging your shoulders back together on your spine. Sit 1 inch lower and then keeping your block, twist to the left. Yeah, you can do it. I know it's a little bit odd. Either resting that bottom elbow on your knees or you can reach the block out, but I prefer my elbow on my knees if I'm being honest. Keep breathing in the pose. See if you can pull your right knee back, front ribs hug into center. Stay for a final breath here. Inhale, rise up, chair pose. Blocks down and fold. Feet out to the edges of your mat. Tuck your palms underneath your toes. Let your head drop down. You can shake your head yes and no if that sounds like something good for you. Take one more breath here. Come onto your knees. So we're going to work with a little bit of headstand prep today. Don't worry, you don't have to get upside down if that's not what's feeling right for you, but we're going to do a basket headstand prep. So what I want you to do is interlace your fingers. From here on your mat, set your elbows down. And now what I want you to measure is the space between your elbows. So keeping your elbows on the mat, unlock your hands, and reach your forearm across. You should be able to just touch your other elbow with your fingertips, preferably like the knuckles of your fingers, so that bendy spot right in the middle. That's a wide enough base for this headstand. So come back here and you're going to re-interlace your fingers. The most important to know about this basket headstand is that your weight is not up on like the crown of your forehead where your hairline touches. It's going to be back further. So you're going to put that spot, the crown of your head, right in that cradle that you've made with your hands. Yep, that's it. You've got it. Now from here, extend your legs. So you're just doing this guy. And this might be as far as you get. You can start walking your toes in to get your hips really high, stacked right on top of your head, right on top of your shoulders. This might be the farthest that you go, and that's good stuff. If this is it for you, A+. If you want to take it up to the next level, you're going to start with one leg and extending that guy up towards the ceiling. You can start playing then with doing some little tiny hops in your bottom foot, making sure to hug your knee into your chest in these hops. That's it. Nice job. Again, if this is your first time, maybe just the extended legs, keeping both feet on the floor is enough for you. That's it, Ray. Good stuff. You've got it there. Oh, cramping? Yeah, no. Take a break. Good stuff, everybody. Nice tries. Stay for a last breath, and we'll take child's pose. So bring your knees down, fingertips long on the floor. Maurice, David at home. Maurice, I saw you trying that one. Good job. David, I can't see you, but good job to you too. Everybody take a big breath on the floor. Give me a thumbs up if that was your first time trying on a headstand, specifically a basket headstand. Hey, Carrie, Nancy, good job, guys. A+. On your next breath in, rise up to a seated position and roll the whole way onto your spine. I told you we're working with core today. So, as you know, equanimity on your back is like the best core exercise probably ever. So from here, shins parallel to the floor, right side eagle. Right arm under, right leg over. I love this guy for a core exercise. Feet stay flexed here. The most important part of the pose is the action that's happening with your thighs. So press your top thigh down and hug your lower thigh back up into that top thigh. When you really do this and you've got this firm lock between your legs, that's when you're going to find your low belly turns on. You're hugging your ribs down. Belly is reaching down towards the mat underneath of you. Switch sides. Left arm under, left leg over. Good stuff. Flex your feet. Now hug those legs. Bring your arms into it this time, making sure that your elbows are stacked directly over your shoulders. Maurice, that's perfect. Pick your hands up a little bit. Stay here, low belly hugs. Switch sides. Right arm under, right leg over. Now we're going to add some eagle crunches to this. I want you to go nice and slow in these crunches. Go for 5, 4. On each exhale, breathe out. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Left arm under, left leg over. Exhale as you crunch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right. From here, next pose is standing leg raise. Bring your right knee up into your chest. Now I want you to extend this leg or keep it bent. But the most important part is going to be your left hand pressing into your knee. So you're going to press that knee back into your hand into your knee. This is really all about center line. That's it. You've got it. So just one hand there pressing in. Really get some activity going with this bottom leg. So Carrie, hug your foot right into mine. That's it. There you go. Just press. All about center line here for 5, 4. Flex your extended leg. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Left leg up, right leg out, feet flexed. Now, Greg, you're going to do the same thing. Hug this ankle back into my foot. There you go. Hug in for 5, 4, 3. You've got this, Tina. 2, 1. All right. Knees into your chest. Everybody from here, rock head to toe 3 times. We're coming to all 4s. Now from here, on your inhale, go to cat pose. Really pressing your spine upwards, straight between your shoulder blades, belly hugs up. Exhale, drop down for cow. Let your tailbone lift upwards. Your chest sinks between your shoulders here. Inhale, rise up, cat. Exhale, cow. Come to a neutral spine, really straight and long. This is the spine you want to keep throughout this pose. Hug your low belly up and in. Extend your right arm and your left leg. Making sure that you're not picking them up to do a cow belly or letting them drop too low for a cat belly. Just one long straight line. That's it. Feet flexed. Now you're really hugging into center line in this pose. Nanette, here you go. I'm going to grab your hand up front here. Now press into my arm. That's it. As hard as you can go. I got you for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both feet down. Let's reset and we'll go for the next side. Left arm out, right leg out. Again, you have to do opposite sides for this. Otherwise, you're absolutely going to fall over. Here, Nancy, I got you this time. Press your hand into mine. That's it. Hug to center line for 5. You can press harder. I got you, girl. 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs down. All right. Now, this next pose, let's go for half moon. So from here, focusing on that cat versus cow belly, trying to keep your spine straight. Right forearm comes down, left hand reaches up, half moon. There are tons of variations and modifications for equanimity, whether it's on the floor or standing. But the most important part, it's okay. You can go either way. We're going to do both sides. Stay for a breath and bring your knees down. So let's swap sides. Whatever side you started with, just do the opposite side, whether or not that turned out to be your right side or your left side. Look up to your fingertips. Hug your front ribs in. Pull your low belly up and in so that you're really supporting your spine, getting as long as you can from your heel all the way up through the crown of your head. Last breath, and come down. Carrie, I really appreciate the way that you've decided to roll out of this pose. A+. I think that's honestly like a new creation. That's how I'm doing it from now on. So on all fours, we're going to start with our right hand. This is important. Grab your left ankle. This can also be done with a strap instead. From here, press your shin into your hand, which is going to allow you to reach up and back. You're really looking to support your core muscles here. Front ribs hug to center. Low belly presses back. Here, that's it. Ray, come through with your elbow. Yeah, like that. Just like in Dancer. A+. There it is. Look for the side-to-side connection from your right shoulder the whole way back to your left knee. Stay for a breath and come down. Let's switch sides. So left hand to your right ankle. Press your shin back into your palm for Dancer on the left side. To be honest, I'm not actually sure which side this counts as, considering that you've got both sides lifted, but that's okay. Press your shin into your hand. Low belly really is doing a lot of work here to help support the pose. Come back down. All right, how did that feel, guys? Shake your hips out. You can do like some little swirls and circles on your mat or something. But we're going to do a second set of this because Dancer really, like the impact of the pose happens in that second set. So start right hand back to left ankle. Press your shin. You've got this. Drishti active, just like you were standing on your feet on the ground. Got to put that same sort of energy into this pose. Press back through your shin, reach forwards and open through your shoulder. See all the space that you can make in this pose. Last breath, come back down. Switch out your legs. Last side, second set. Here we go. Left hand back, right ankle, press. Create space across the pose. Take up all the space that you can on your mat. Stick with the breath through it. Last one. Feet come down. All right. There's no cute transition. Actually, yeah, chaturanga. You can get there. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Breathe in. Down dog on your exhale. Right side, triangle. Yes, I know, we're skipping tree pose today. It's okay. Triangle, bring your right hand, your bottom hand down onto the block. Look to deepen that front hip crease by really pulling your thigh into its socket. Pulling your front hip crease backwards is gonna feel like tucking your butt underneath of yourself. That right butt cheek, that's the one I'm talking about. Tuck that under. Stay for a breath. On your inhale, rise to stand. Take side facing, wide-legged, forward fold. On your exhale, fold the whole way down. You can go for the bind in this pose or walk your fingertips out in front of you and create those little tent hands. Get all the stretch downwards that you can. Bring some softness to your knees. I mean, a little bend here to help protect your joints. Reach out long on your mat. Now, Maurice, you can even bring your fingertips forwards more. Walk them out like another foot from your mat. That's it. Maybe even further. Go for the stretch. That's it. Now press your weight into your heels. There, that's it. You got it. Bring some softness to your knees, everybody. Walk your fingertips back into center. Even out your ninja lunges if you need to. Breathe in, rise the whole way up. Namaste, front facing, forward, fold, or split variations. You get to decide what's right for your practice today. Set it up in Namaste, front facing. Both feet face the front of your mat. Soft knees and fold. By the way, I'm a total liar. I cannot soften my knees as I fold. But when you get into the pose, you can soften your knees there too. Think about dragging that right hip crease back. Press your right sits bone back towards the far side of your mat. Go for twisting triangle. Left hand down, right hand out. If you've really got the stretch backwards in this right hip, just right here, Nancy, press this hip backwards, right like that. Oh, there you go. Then lift up through your top fingertips. Stay for a deep breath in. Exhale, bring your hands back down to the mat. Chaturanga. Move through up dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, exhale, left side triangle. Work on your breath in this pose. Triangle is like one of my favorite poses to stop thinking about my practice and start thinking about something else. But I find if I can really connect with my breath, suddenly I have this new awareness about the pose. Suddenly I find that I can press the ball mound of my big toe down into the mat and stick to cultivating my Ujjayi breath. Relax with what is right here. On your inhale, rise to stand. Oh, we'll do a core exercise on this one too. Oh, I know. Bring your fingertips right behind your ears. And now you're going to come to something of a goddess squat / side facing wide-legged forward fold. So just bend your knees a bit. I want you to do right elbow, right knee. Exhale, left elbow, left knee. I, by the way, call these crabs because I really don't know what else to call them. I think they're kind of hilarious. Keep working front ribs, hug into center. Low belly is hugging up and in to support all this movement. Go back and forth for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise up. Let's take Namaste, front facing forward fold or split variations on the left side. Both feet face the front of your mat, fold forwards. Once you hit that fold, you found the sweet spot there, soften your knees. The softness in your knees here is really what gives you the malleability to get into the deepest part of this pose. So with your soft knees, see if you can switch 50% of your weight into your back foot. This might take some knee bending or some shifting of your hips. See if you can get 50% on that back foot. Nice job. Keep your attention, pressing your back heel into the mat, twisting triangle. Press down through the back heel. Press backwards through your left sits bone. That's it. Stay for a breath. Inhale, twist it out. And on your exhale, hands down. Move through up dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, exhale. Roll the whole way out to your high plank. Take your hands wide on the mat, almost to the edges. And now you might need to drop your knees down because we don't usually do this. But with your hands wide on the edges, you're going to use your chest muscles to lower you down instead. Inhale back up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale back up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale, lower all the way onto the mat. Take a locust pose, hands out wide. We'll just do one set of this guy. Press back, lift up, locust. Here it is for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. You can knock your knees side to side. Let's take floor bow. One side at a time or both. Floor bow, grab your outer ankles, press your shins back, round 1. Here you go. As you're pressing, see if you've got the space to rock onto your right side. This does work for half floor bow as well, just as an FYI. That's it. It might take some momentum to actually get over onto your side. That's it. You're looking for a stretch all across your pec muscle, so your shoulder connecting to your chest. That's it, Damien. You can drop your head down onto the mat. There. See if you can really stretch out that side of your chest. Now floor bow, come back up. Half bow, switch sides, switch to the other side. That's it. Come the whole way over. Shins have to stay pressing here. Ankles, feet flexed. Bring some action to them. On your inhale, come back up to center and release. Tick-tock your knees side to side. Take upward facing dog. Press your palms and your toenails down into the mat. Lift your thighs up off of the mat. Big breath in. Camel. Let's do it with a block since everybody's got one. Block between your knees, sitting on the ground. Toes tucked underneath of yourself. Now really scooch and hug into this block as hard as you can. So hugging in is going to activate your quads, the front side of your thighs, and it's also going to activate your belly here. Bring your hands where your back pockets would be, shoulders onto your spine, lift straight up through your chest. This whole pose, you should feel the whole front side of your body really active here. If you have the space to bring your hands to your ankles, you can choose to do that. But no matter where you're at, you should really be able to feel your core muscles and your quads working to hug that block into center. This is the same sort of stretch up and back that we cultivated in crescent lunge. Feel your front ribs hug in. On your inhale, roll the whole way up and out of the pose. Yeah, sit back onto your ankles. That's a big one. Take a breath here. Reset your spine, getting your shoulders on top of your hips. We'll work for camel round 2. We won't be in here as long this time. Hug your knees together. Toes tucked under, hands back. Lift through the center of your chest. Hug really tight into that block through both of your knees here. Keep the breath moving, especially if your body is saying, let's escape this. Relax with what is right here. On your next inhale, roll up and out. Sit onto your ankles, and then we'll roll the whole way back down onto your spine. Bridge pose, round 1. Bring your blocks with you, place them between your knees or just above your knees at your thighs. That's what I really mean. Press down, lift up, bridge pose, round 1. Really getting your center line active here is what's going to make the difference in this pose. Get your shoulders tucked underneath of yourself, really tight here. You might have to wiggle side to side and come back down. Release your blocks this time. So blocks to the side. Press down through your heels, lift up, bridge pose, round 2. Now keep your feet exactly where they are. Lisa caught me out with this one last night. So keep your feet still. Hug your right knee into your chest. Don't move the feet. I know it's really tempting here. Now extend that heel straight up to the ceiling. Just hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee into your chest. Come back down. Let's go left side. I see a lot of you guys are just ready here. Let's go. Knee into your chest, then extend your leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your knee, come back down. Whole way down. So you're going to have 3 opportunities to take this, all that center line action, up into wheel or stick with bridge. Whatever it is, you're looking to support this pose by hugging into center line. Are you ready? Set, press, lift, move. Wheel pose round 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down. Inhale on the mat. Exhale, let it go. Round 2, press down. Lift up, breathe in. Bridge your wheel, round 2. 5, hug your knees in. 4, low belly hugs. 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin. All right, yogis, last one. Ready, set, go. Press, lift, move. Bridge your wheel. 5, 4, low belly. 3, knees hug in. 2, 1. Tuck your chin, come back down. Take Supta Baddha Konasana. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Breathe. Let go of trying to control the practice that you're having today. There's no particular way that your practice should or shouldn't be. Bring some lightness to it, some ease. Yeah, take a sigh when you need one. Bring your hands out to the edges of your feet. Happy baby. Now, if you want to be a happy baby instead of a dead bug, just as an FYI, you have to do the rocking side to side. It's the only thing that differentiates those 2 poses. But I personally don't like to be a dead bug. I way prefer to be a happy baby. So always catch that rock side to side. Blocks are going to come with you for this one. Let's move to stability core exercises. So here we go. Block the long direction right between your shins. I know this is my personal fave lately. Inhale, fingers and toes straight up into the air. On your exhale, you're going to lower your hands and your feet down. Careful not to lower so that your low belly comes up off the mat. On your inhale, hands and feet come back up. Switch the block into your hands. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back up. Exhale, lower. Feet stay flexed. You've got this back and forth, nice and slow for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Think about your front ribs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Hug your block into your heart, and then we're going to rock 3 times with that block straight up into boat pose. Yeah, we're going to stick with these guys. Hands tented right behind your back as a little bit of support for this pose. Now, you're either going to stick with dropping one heel and then the other, or go inhale, high boat, exhale, low boat, pressing your heels to one side of the block. Inhale, high boat, exhale, low boat, heels to the opposite side. Go back and forth for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock, and let's take right side half pigeon. Go for half pigeon in whatever way suits you best. One of the reasons why I often suggest a block sitting underneath of the hip associated with your bent leg, so right now your right leg, is because it helps you keep your body in center line. So oftentimes what happens in half pigeon is instead of being up in center, you're going to want to lean to the side of your bent leg. So if you catch yourself with all your weight on the outside of this right hip, you probably need a block, or honestly, if you're at home, even in here with a towel, sometimes you don't need all that space from a block, but you really just need like a rolled up piece of fabric, and that can be enough of a lift. Keep moving your breath. Take a breath in and hug your hands into fists. Breathe in, really hug. On your exhale, relax your hands down onto the floor. Bye, Greg. Have a good morning. On the inhale, flex your biceps, all the muscles in your arms, actually. And on your exhale, let them relax. On your next breath in, hug all the muscles in your belly. Really hard, hug your belly. Exhale, let it relax. You could do the same thing with your thighs. Hug. Relax. Your calves. Hug. Relax. One more time with your feet. Hug your toes, curl them up and in. Breathe in and relax. Sometimes we like to say, okay, now just like relax into a pose. But your body is not really sure how to just stop doing something sometimes. Like stop doing X is really difficult, but instead start doing Y. That can be pretty easy. Your next breath in, take a downward facing dog. Let's switch sides. Left side, half pigeon. That's it. You can stretch out your legs as you need to, then move to your pose. Start to move through that same sequence of consciously relaxing one piece of your body than the other. Or you might find this pose a little bit better if you have a slightly thinner block. You can choose to switch or not, but I would recommend that. Practice tensing and relaxing. Sometimes if before bed you really can't fall asleep, I have a little sprinkle of insomnia. This can be a really helpful technique to stop your mind from worrying in whatever circles it's going in, and instead just get present and also relaxed, like at ease. Relax with what is. Your next breath, take downward facing dog. From here, we're going to come to a seated position, whether you want to hop through, however you get there. Come to a seat. Roll the whole way onto your spine. Take waterfall. Waterfall is legs straight up in the air with a block underneath of your low spine. I used to be somebody who would spend their whole class absolutely dying for shoulder stand. Just felt really good for a while there. And then I started moving back to waterfall and I was like, oh, there is some special goodness here in waterfall. Take a few breaths. Relax the whole way down onto your mat. Bring your heels onto your mat. Remove your blocks out from underneath of you. Hug your knees up into your chest. Let them fall to the left side of your mat. Yep, knees left. Eyes to the right for supine twist. Hug your knees into your chest. Let them drop to the opposite side. You're welcome. Hug your knees into center. Take Shavasana with your legs and arms long, eyes closed. There's a cold eye towel by the upper right-hand corner of your mat. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Bring some movement to your fingers and your toes. Hug your knees into your chest, rock onto your right side. Make your way up into a seated position. On your inhale, fingertips up. Exhale, drop your hands down to heart center. We'll close class all together with one big Om. Take a breath in. Thumb knuckles up to forehead center. Together we bow our heads and we say, Namaste. Thank you all for getting up. Thank you for coming into class, joining online, or even taking this class in another month. You know, it really means something to me that you're here because you allow me to do the thing that I love, but it also means something to your yogi neighbors beside you. We come here to sweat, to practice together, again, at any time, in any place. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruby.